Another thing that Nietzsche works with is the Bible, Hebrew Bible, as well as the Christian Bible. Uh, the figure of Jesus is definitely along with Socrates is something that Zarathustra sort of contains, right? So this prophet-like figure, right? Um, Someone who is reaching out to people, trying to teach them and trying to get them to redeem them, trying to save them, right? Which is what Jesus is all up to. But Jesus, whether it's Jesus, Abraham, Moses, uh, you know. Um, Muhammad, all sort of monotheistic sort of religious models. One could see that as well as another model. And finally, the epic, heroic, poetic aspect of it. So again, in IH1, if you had Gilgamesh or Iliad or the Sunjata, this very ancient yet modern form of the epic, where a hero's journey is um, narrativized. The hero goes on a number of quests, journeys through lands, meets people, has a learning curve, right? Uh, and, you know, becomes, either a great warrior, a great teacher, a great philosopher in themselves. So those are some of the models that you want to keep in mind. In terms of epic, which I'll highlight here, I think that's a good access point for IH students. Uh, it's both epic and epic parody. So Nietzsche's being ironic throughout. So it doesn't hurt when you're reading this text to bring Gilgamesh, the Iliad, or Sunjata in, right? And to sort of recognize some of the moves that Nietzsche's making, and at the same time how he's being ironic, oftentimes with those moves. Nietzsche as Zarathustra as a character. Um, Again, compare and contrast with other Western heroic characters: Socrates, Jesus, Abraham, Gilgamesh, Oedipus, Hamlet, Forrest Gump, Luke Skywalker. And the last two characters, of course, are pointing ahead to our modern sort of epic forms that we have, right? Epic heroic forms. And so I think that's another way to get into this text, to highlight or to think about the epic forms that in terms of film, a Marvel Cinematic Universe, many Hollywood films or all superhero films are working with an epic design. Um, Sports and video games are also other epic sort of forms in our contemporary world. So Nietzsche is, sort of is playing with that form and parodying it in a way, sort of deconstructing it. So keep that in mind.